is president of the Progressive Black Women Coalition of Escambia County. Her husband, however, Jerry Mcintosh, who is the president of the Movement for Change, is here, and he wants to say just a couple things about schools.
Just wanted to quickly just wanted to say that my wife and I was speaking on the matrix in the school, and one of the things that we thought that we needed to do is that the people in this community need to set up a citizen advisory board, and that means to monitor the matrix, assist parents with understanding the matrix, give an input on the implementation and recommendations of the matrix, so people will really understand what the matrix is all about. Also hold community forums and workshops on the matrix all year long, at least monthly or every other month. When you look at the matrix from A to Z, in between there, all of the things that, like calling the parents if there's an infraction, warning, collaborative problem solving, confiscation of things, and I won't go through them all. And then you got DDD, which is to contact law enforcement. But before, most of the times, the children, before they get through from A to Z, they go to DDD, straight from finding out what is the child's problem to contacting law enforcement. And I think that's a terrible way of dealing with children. I got a confession. I was what they call ADD or ADHD, all of those things. But during that period, we had a lot of things in school we could do. You know, use your hands. They gave us things to do, whether it was carpentry, mechanics, whatever that may be. They could. We had a principal who was a professor, but also a psychologist, and he worked with us. And that was way back before we even know what ADD and ADHD and all of that were. So, and then on top of that, I was dyslexic. So he helped me to get through a lot of problems that I probably wouldn't have never gotten through because nobody had diagnosed what was wrong with me. I was speaking backwards, talking backwards, spelling backwards. So all of those things affect young people and the social psychologists that need to be in the schools are not there in a way that they should be. And we have to demand that. And I think if we set up this citizen advisory board, we will be able to make sure that the board, the new board or whoever that may be, can make sure that all of these things in between, from calling the parents before it gets to law enforcement and deal with the psychological problems of children, find out what are the problems. There's many variables that's in a child's life that causes them to do things in school. And when we was watching the program, which most of us who already work with children already know, that black children are the one that get put in jail, and when you get into that system, the prison industrial complex, and the kind of money that is made off of children is a direct effect. And I would love to show how much money is made by big corporations off of children and adults in the prison system. You're talking about $80 million sometime an hour in the prison industrial complex. So this is why you will see so many children going into jail. But we need to also set up that advisory board so we can help.